subscribe to the channel. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Yeah!
How in the fuck did Tevita Pangai Jr. get selected? What the fuck? Start the clock. Countdown clock. Let's go. Gentlemen, welcome back to the YouTube channel. I am Nick from Australia. Welcome to my reaction / opinion or analysis, whatever you want to call it, for the State of Origin sides for Game 1. The Origin teams are out for Game 1. New South Wales have named their team. Queensland have named their team. And, well, let's just say it's a little bit controversial. Both sides have named some players that I don't think anybody expected at all. Hello to everyone in the live chat. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome back to the Nick from Australia YouTube channel. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel. I'd really appreciate that. If you're a regular viewer of the channel, thank you very much for tuning in once again. If you are a brand new viewer of the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the content. And thank you very much. New South Wales and Queensland have named the teams. We're going to get it up on the screen in just a moment. But before I do that, I want to say hello to everyone that's here in the live chat. We have got Josh Rabbitohs 2023. We got Bosky. We got Lachlan Smith. Luke Melbourne Storm fan. Jaden Lambert. Let's go Bulldogs. CJ Moxley is here. We've got Devils _Cy. Jason Reader. Marley Prime, Mustard Cat, Daniel Sexton, Damien from Newcastle, Warriors, NRL Fanatics, everyone that's tuning in. I hope you guys are all well. Apologies if I miss anyone. I'm just trying to get to the live chat here best as I can, as quick as I can. Nighthawk Gaming, Minty Rabbitoh. All right. New South Wales and Queensland have named their sides for Game 1 of Origin, which is going to be taking place at Adelaide Oval next week, not this Wednesday, but the Wednesday after May 31st, I believe, if I'm correct. Where's this fucking calendar? Yeah, May 31st. So, right, let's have a look at the teams. We're going to get it up on the screen here for you guys. Very interesting. I've got a bit of an opinion on this. You guys will obviously have your own opinion, but let's get the teams up on the screen and I will give you guys my opinion on the Queensland and New South Wales side. Now, I'm going to read through the team sheet for both sides, guys, and then I'll give you my opinion on both. So, obviously, for Queensland, fullback is Reece Walsh. On the wings, it's Selwyn Cobbo and Murray Taulagi. In the centres, Valentine Holmes and Hamiso Tabuai Fidow. In the halves, Cameron Munster and Daly Cherry Evans. Front row is Thomas Flegler and Lindsay Collins. Hooker is Ben Hunt. The bench is the back row is David Fafita and Tom Gilbert. The lock is Paddy Carrigan. And on the bench, Harry Grant, Tino Fasua Malawi, Ruben Cotter, and Jai Arrow. And Tom Dearden is 18th man alongside Christian Welsh, jersey number 19. That is the Queensland side. Now we'll go to New South Wales, and their team is fullback James Tedesco on the wings, Brian Toto and Josh Adokar in the centres, Latrell Mitchell and Tom Trbojevic. In the halves is Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary. The front row of Tavita Pangai Jr. and Payne Haas. The hooker is Api Coruscant. The back row of Tyson Frizzell and Hudson Young. The lock is Isaiah Yeo. And on the bench, Junior Paulo, Cameron Murray, Liam Martin, and Nico Hines. Stephen Crichton is the 18th man. And Stefano Itakamanu is the 19th man, or the last player on the bench for New South Wales. Now, debating who to start with. Should I go to Queensland first, or should I start with New South Wales? All right, I'll tell you what. I will start with Queensland. Let me give you my opinion on Queensland's team. What the fuck happened to the screen? Did the app just decide to crash? Anyway, let me try and re-add the fucking stream thing. Where the fuck did the team list go? Oh, here we go. There we go. All right. So we'll start with the Queensland side. I'll give you my view on them. Obviously, I am a proud New South Welshman, born and raised in Lismore, New South Wales. Even though I support the North Queensland Cowboys in the NRL, I am a proud New South Welshman. It's where I'm from. So I go for New South Wales. Doesn't matter if I support the Cowboys or not. Club level and origin is completely different. Now, the big one, obviously, Reece Walsh, the Queensland fullback. Reece Walsh over Kalen Ponga. It's a big call from Billy Slater, the Queensland coach. It's a risky one. But I think because Kalen Ponga's missed a lot of football this year, and the fact that Ponga's had a lot of injuries with concussions and that whole situation there, and Reece Walsh's form just can't be ignored. Personally, if Ponga's good to go, I would have went with KP, but Queensland have gone with Reece Walsh. They're going to debut him at fullback for the Maroons, so we'll see how he goes. But I think Reece Walsh is probably the second best fullback Queensland have to offer. Obviously, Ponga's the best when he's fit, but I just think, just my personal opinion, I think they want to go with Reece Walsh because Ponga's injuries over the last 3 or 4 months have been a bit dodgy. Cobbo picks himself. Holmes picks himself. Hammer. The hammer in the centres. Big call. But I think, a bit like Reece Walsh, the hammer's form is so good, it's hard to ignore. I think you have to pick the hammer somewhere. So I don't know where Dane Gagai is, which I'll get to in a moment. But personally, I would have had Gagai at centre and Hammer on the wing. And that gets me on to Murray Taulagi. Now, as you guys know, I am a Cowboys supporter. I would love to see as many Cowboys players as possible play Origin, but you can't tell me Murray Taulagi's form is up to date with the Queensland Origin side. I can't believe Queensland actually selected Murray Taulagi. I thought they were going to leave him out for sure, but they have stayed loyal to Taulagi, but not Gagai, which is a really strange one for me. I can't get my head around it. The only reason that I can, the only reason why I can see Taulagi in this team for Queensland is because of the combination with Valentine Holmes at Clubland, Vara and Taulagi. So, I don't know. I wouldn't have picked Taulagi. I would have put the hammer on the wing and put Dane Gagai in the centres. But anyway, that's what Queensland have gone with. So we'll see how it goes. Most of Cherry Evans picked themselves, obviously. Thomas Flegler. Now, Flegler, I think he deserves an Origin game. But starting, that's a big call. I don't know if Flegler's a starter. when it comes to this sort of environment. I think Queensland will make a late change before kickoff, and they will put Flegler back on the bench, and they'll probably start Tino or something. But I mean, I've got no problem with Thomas Flegler in the Queensland side. I think his form's been good enough. I think he's playing good enough at Clubland. So, and you have a look at Flegler. You know, Origin players. I think Flegler is one of those Origin players where he's aggressive. He does push boundaries, and wouldn't be surprised if he got into a bit of a push and shove, or maybe even a fight with someone. And I think Flegler's that type of character where you need him in your team. He's very aggressive, so I don't really have a problem with Flegler in the front row, but I think he'd be better off the bench. Ben Hunt starting hooker. Personally, I think Harry Grant's the better hooker with Ben Hunt off the bench. But hey, Queensland are going to go the other way here. Ben Hunt to start at hooker, Grant on the bench. I mean, why not? I mean, personally, I would have went the other way. Grant starting, Hunt on the bench. But hey, Queensland have gone with that. Collins picks himself. David Fifita has got his Origin jersey back, and I think it's actually well deserved. Fifita is probably in the top 3 best back rows in the game at the moment. He's been playing great all year with the Gold Coast. Gold Coast have been pretty inconsistent all season, but Fifita's form has been very strong. So I think David Fifita deserves his opportunity in the second row on that left edge. Also, Tom Gilbert will start for Queensland on the right edge. Now, Gilbert hasn't played much back row at the Dolphins. He's been playing more of a lock forward role. So it'll be very interesting to see if Gilbert does start at back row. Sorry, I think he will. I think Gilbert's been playing. He's been playing really well at the Dolphins. He's been one of their best forwards all year. So, I mean, Gilbert shouldn't be too unfamiliar with the back rows. He played there a lot with the Cowboys last season. So Gilbert in the back row with Fifita, I think it's a really good back row. Obviously, Carrigan picks himself. Again, we just spoke about Harry Grant. I would have had him starting and Ben Hunt on the bench personally. But anyway, I think that's a really strong bench for Queensland. Obviously, Tino on the bench. Look, if you're going to have Flegler in the team, I think Tino should probably start in the front row. Bring Flegler off the bench. But hey, if that's the way Queensland want to do it, they want to start with Flegler and bring Tino off the bench. Fair enough. Reuben Cotter. Now, Reuben Cotter is an interesting one for me. Now, again, I am a Cowboy supporter. Now, Reuben Cotter, I definitely would have had him in the team. And I think I had him in my Queensland team when I did my Origin teams the other day. But I don't know. I thought Reuben Cotter may have missed out because of the other day's horrible game against the West Tigers, but again, they have stuck with Cotter, and Cotter off the bench with that rotation will work out really well. And Jai Arrow on the bench. Now, I don't have a problem with Jai Arrow in the Queensland side at all. I know he's missed a little bit of footy this year, but you look at Jai Arrow, there's a few players that I reckon have been better than Jai Arrow, like someone like a Corey Horsburgh. I mean, how good's he been going this year, Corey Horsburgh? I thought Horsburgh would have got a chance for Queensland. I thought Kurt Capewell was very hard done by here. I would have had Capewell over Jai Arrow for sure, but Billy Slater's made some interesting decisions here. Capewell's a good player for the bench because you have a look at Queensland. If there's an injury to the centres or the wings, which one of these Queensland forwards are going out and playing the centres? Is it Ben Hunt? Because I don't know. Who is the utility, versatile player that's going to come on and play in the outside backs if there's an injury? So this is why I would have had Capewell on the bench. But anyway, no Kurt Capewell, surprising, but good luck to Jai Arrow. 18th man is Tom Dearden. I had a bad feeling that this was going to happen. Now, at club level, I'm a little bit worried now for the Cowboys because Tom Dearden's very important to us. But Tom Dearden, 18th man. Look, I think Tom Dearden will be the perfect 18th man. I think he's the next guy up. If there's an injury to the halves, Dearden's the next guy in. So that's fair enough. I think Dearden as 18th man will be fine. And Christian Welch, jersey 19. Christian Welch hard done by as well, man. Christian Welch should be in the 17. I think Christian Welch should be in the team somewhere. I would have had him over, I don't know, maybe Jairo, maybe Flagler. I don't know. I don't have a problem with Flagler in the team, but I just feel like someone like Christian Welch, a lot of experience, a lot of leadership qualities. I don't know. I would have preferred Christian Welch. Anyway, overall, I think it's a really good side, Queensland. I will give Queensland's team a solid 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for Queensland. They've done well. Right. New South Wales. Let's get into their team. I have a few problems with New South Wales' team. Actually, no. I have a lot of problems with the New South Wales team. And let me just go on record and say that I, as a New South Wales supporter, as a proud New South Welshman, I am very, very concerned with the team that we have named. Very, very concerned. All right, so let's go to some of the obvious choices now. Tedesco's a lock. Latrell's a lock. The others are a bit whatever. Personally, this might sound very controversial here. I wouldn't have picked Brian Toto. I think Cameron Graham's so much better. Now, I know Cameron Graham's apparently now injured. Take it with what you will. Cameron Graham was named 18th man for New South Wales, but now he's got a so-called injury. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If Cameron Graham's fit, I would have had him on the wing, and I would have had Addo-Carr on the other wing. So I would have had Toto out of the team if Cameron Graham was good to go. But anyway, Teddy, Toto, Trell, and Turbo is an interesting one. Turbo is fit. He's ready to go. We saw him yesterday against Canberra. Tommy Turbo was fucking outstanding against Canberra. I think Tommy Turbo definitely deserves his opportunity. He deserves his spot. Addo-Carr on the wing. It's a big call. Fox has been out injured for a while, but the backlash last year where the Fox wasn't picked was enormous. And then what Addo-Carr did in the Rugby League World Cup was outstanding. So I'm glad Addo-Carr's there. I just hope he's 100%. Now, the halves. Jerome Luai. Oh, for fuck's sake. Did we not learn our lesson last year? Did we not learn our fucking lesson last Origin series? Jerome Luai and Nathan Cleary. Look, I'm willing to give Nathan Cleary another chance. But what in this world, what has Luai done to deserve that Origin jersey? What has Jerome Luai done in the 2023 NRL season to deserve that 5/8 jersey over a guy who just won the Dally M last season and is arguably the best player in the NRL? Nicho Hynes should be the New South Wales 5/8. Clear as day. Shouldn't even be a question. We shouldn't even be having this conversation, but we are. Nicho Hynes is clearly the better half. Nicho Hynes and Nathan Cleary, I understand they both play halfback at Clubland, but Nicho Hynes is clearly a versatile ball-running halfback. He's not your structured Nathan Cleary, Adam Reynolds, Jamal Fogarty type halfback where he kicks back and doesn't run a whole lot. Nicho Hynes loves to run the ball. He loves to run. He loves to take them on. When he sees a gap, Nico loves to run. We see that clubland for the Sharks. I am sick of this fucking narrative where New South Wales are coming out and saying, it's about, this guy's got history with this player and this guy used to have a combination with this guy, blah, blah, blah. Who cares? We lost last year. We lost Origin last year to fucking Queensland. In Queensland. Why are we going with the same halves pairing? It clearly didn't work. Luai and Cleary have been a disaster for a couple of years. They had one great Origin series, 2021. And it makes them look bad because of how good Turbo and Latrell were in that series. It makes Luai and Cleary look better than what they actually were. Last year, there was no Turbo. There was no Latrell. And you know what happened? Luai and Cleary got fucking exposed because the other players weren't able to deliver at the same fucking caliber of Latrell and a Tommy Turbo. So I think it's ridiculous that Luai's even picked. Nicho Hynes, Nathan Cleary. It's clear as fuck. I can't believe Luai's there. Well, I can believe it, but I think it's ridiculous. Terrible selection. Now, let's go to the forwards. I like some of it and I hate some of it. Righto. Let's start with the obvious one. Tevita Pangai Jr. With all due respect to Tevita, I have met Tevita before. He's a really nice guy. How is Tevita Pangai Jr. going to last 15 minutes on the field for New South Wales when he's absolutely fucked after 15 minutes at the Bulldogs? Exactly. How is Tevita Pangai Jr. going to last 20 minutes in an Origin game when he can't even last 15 minutes straight for the Bulldogs, club level, week in, week out? I'm pretty sure yesterday when the Bulldogs beat the Gold Coast, I'm pretty sure Pangai Jr. was used 3 times with the interchange. I'm fucking nearly certain of it. I don't think Pangai Jr. deserves to be here at all. Pangai Jr. has been very up and down this season. He's been very, very up and down. He played really well yesterday against the Gold Coast. Probably the best game he's played all season. But I heard Brad Fittler's interview today and he was saying, I love what he does off the ball. Okay, interesting. No, just Tevita Pangai Jr., look, with all due respect, and you guys can have your own opinion on this one, Tevita Pangai Jr. is not Origin material. I'm sorry, he's not. He might be a very aggressive forward, and he might be able to get in the face of the guys like Flegler and Collins, but Pangai Jr., he's only going to be good for 10 minutes, and then he's going to be tired, and then we'll need someone to come on. So, Pangai Jr., I don't think he has what it takes to be an Origin player. Now, if Pangai Jr. kills it in Origin 1, then I will more than fucking come out and I'll apologise and say I was completely wrong. I think Pangai Jr. is a terrible selection. Horrible. Payne Haas obviously picks himself. Api Koroisau over Damien Cook. Look, obviously it's a big talking point. I can live with Koroisau at hooker, but again, we've got to stop using the same fucking narrative. I don't care about combinations. Then it didn't work last year. Why is it going to work now? Damien Cook, I would have definitely chose Damien Cook over Koroisau, but whatever. I want to go with Api Koroisau. Hopefully he does the job for the Blues because Koroisau is an elite dummy half in the game. Tyson Frizzell and Hudson Young in the back row. Now, I'll start with Tyson Frizzell. Tyson Frizzell, I think he deserves it, man. I've been praising Frizzell for the last 2 to 3 weeks. I've been calling for him to play Origin, and I'm actually glad Frizzell's in the team, man. He will do a job. He's never let New South Wales down in the past. His experience, his quality, he knows how to do the job, and his effort is enormous. So I think Frizzell is a great selection. Also, Hudson Young. Well done, Hudson Young. I think he deserves this. Hudson Young's playing really good footy at the Canberra Raiders. He'll play left edge. He'll be playing next to Latrell and the Fox. So definitely a good side to be on combination-wise. I think Hudson Young for New South Wales is a very good selection. I really like this. He's unorthodox. He's unpredictable. He can win you a game off his own boot. He's a try scorer. Hudson Young will do very well. I think Hudson Young's a great selection. Obviously, Isaiah Yeo picks himself. The bench, Junior Paulo, again, clearly picks himself. Cam Murray off the bench. I would have had him in the back row, but I understand why. Bring him off the bench, play him in the middle. I think he will do a great job there in the middle. But my only concern is, if you're going to have Isaiah Yeo, Cam Murray on the field at the same time, in the middle of the field, too much ball playing. I've seen this before, You don't want to have too many ball playing props on at the same time. It's not good. I don't think it works. So, don't know about that. But hey, Murray on the bench, he'll bring a lot of impact with Junior Paulo as well. Liam Martin, another one where I'm sort of questioning why he's here. I know Liam Martin's had a pretty good last 2 weeks where he destroyed the Roosters off the bench and what he did on the weekend against the Broncos. Liam Martin is a good player and his quality. But Liam Martin, I just don't know. He's missed a lot of footy, man. Missed a lot of footy. If I can find out, how much football has Liam Martin even played this season? I really want to know. There's no way he's played more than 5 games. He's missed a lot of footy, man. If I can find out Liam Martin, I want to know how many games he's played this year because there's no way he's played heaps of footy. Liam Martin's missed a lot of footy, man. I don't know, man. Liam Martin, I'm surprised he got picked. I get his origin material. He's a very good player, but don't know, man. I would have had Olakau'atu on the bench. And look, we need to address it. How the fuck did Haumole Olakau'atu not get a fucking look in, man? I can't believe that. I genuinely can't believe Olakau'atu didn't get picked. I can't believe Taveta Totola wasn't looked at. I can't believe Dale Finucane wasn't looked at. Daniel Saifiti wasn't looked at. I can't believe the amount of players that were missed out. Unfucking believable, man. Even, you know what? I know the Dragons are playing absolute dog shit, and I know you can't really pick anyone from there because they're playing so bad, but there's been rumours of Jack de Belin. I would have chose de Belin over Liam Martin. I would have went Jack de Belin over Liam Martin. Jack de Belin's been playing great footy at the Dragons. Dragons have been playing shithouse, but de Belin's been a standout for the Red V. So, personally, I would have had de Belin over Liam Martin, man. That's just my opinion. The reason why I mentioned Saifiti, guys, is because he's done the job before, and he was good last year for New South Wales off the bench. There's so many guys that missed out. And the final player on the bench, Nicho Hynes. I'm pretty sure I said this on the podcast the other day. Or I said it somewhere, not that long ago. If you're going to pick Luai, you can't pick Hynes. Because how is this rotation going to work? Where's the rotation? Like, is Nicho Hynes going to come on and play hooker? Is that what's going on here? Like, where is Nicho Hynes going to play here? I'm just so confused. Like, I get Nicho Hynes. Everyone wants Nicho Hynes on the bench to be the jersey 14. Everyone wants him to come off the bench and do a good job. But where the fuck's he going to play? Like, I'm trying really hard to look at where will Nicho Hynes play. I mean, is he going to play lock forward? Because I'm looking at the rotation here, guys. Paulo will come on for Pangai Jr. playing the front row. Liam Martin probably comes on in the front row for Payne Haas. Cam Murray probably comes on to play a bit of back row, maybe a bit of lock forward for Yo. Where is Nicho Hynes playing? Is he replacing Luai at 6? Is Nicho Hynes going to play in the middle as a lock forward, ball play? Is he going to play hooker? Like, I'm really intrigued to see what they do with Nicho Hynes. I don't know where they're going to play him. I really don't know. Now let's go to the final level players just quickly. 18th man, Stephen Crichton. Now it was Campbell Graham. Campbell Graham's got like some sort of sternum injury. I don't know. I don't know if he's injured. If Campbell Graham plays for South Sydney this weekend, then Campbell Graham's definitely not injured. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But Stephen Crichton as an 18th man, I've got no problem with it. He can play anywhere in the back line, and he's, obviously didn't do a great job in Origin last year, Stephen Crichton, but, he'll do a job if someone goes down with a concussion. And the final player in the reserves, Stefano. How did Stefano get a look in? I mean, what? Stefano Itakamano. I am very, very surprised about this. Now, I know he's been playing fairly well for the West Tigers the last couple of weeks, but there's a couple of players that I would have chosen over Stefano. Like, I would have went David Clemmer over Stefano. I would have went Saifidi over Stefano. I would have went with Dal Finucane over Stefano. I would have went with Tevita Totola. Hame Sele. I would have went with Max King over Stefano. I don't understand the hype of Stefano. I get he's a big unit and he can be devastating. Obviously, he was good in the weekend, but what the fuck, Stefano, really? I don't get it. It's a weird one. Anyway, it's a weird New South Wales team. It's very strange. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of it. I think we've got some big issues. I think we've really fucked up with Luai at 6. I think we've really fucked up in that department. I think we've mucked up with Pangai Jr. I don't like him in the front row at all. I can live with Coruscant. Frizzell and Young, I can live with. I think that's a really good back row. Liam Martin, I don't know. And if Hynes is on the bench, where's he playing? Like, where is Nicho Hynes playing? So, 1, 2, there's probably 4 players I don't like in the team. I don't like Luai. I don't like Pangai. I don't like Liam Martin. And look, why is Nicho on the bench? Like, come on, man. Come on. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Overall, I will give the New South Wales team a 7 out of 10. I think Queensland had the better team, to be honest with you guys. I really do. I think Queensland had the better team. Like, I kid you not. Like, as a New South Welsh man, I'm very worried about game 1. I think we're in a little bit of trouble already. Luai and Cleary as a combination, again, even though it failed last year, we saw it last year. We saw how bad they were last year. We saw how miserable they were in game 3. They were exposed by a monster-less Queensland team. Go back and watch game 3 last year. Have a look at it for yourself. Tom Dearden on debut carved up Luai all by himself. You had Cherry Evans outplaying Cleary. You had Ponga outplaying Tedesco. It was insane. Hunt destroying everybody. Just crazy, man. Just crazy. Look, I will be doing a full Origin preview this week. I've got to try and work out how I'm going to do it, guys, because like as you guys know, tomorrow I'll be doing the round 13 preview. Wednesday I'll be doing the podcast. Wednesday's also my birthday. Thursday, got the Dragons Dolphins. And then Friday I'm off to Sydney, and then I'm not coming back till Sunday. So I might have to do the Origin preview in Sydney. Maybe I should do it at a local ground, Sydney somewhere. I don't know. Might do it in Sydney for a change. Something different. But I'll tell you what. My early tip, as a New South Wales supporter, I think we're going to lose. I don't like the team. I think we've mucked it up. Liam Martin shouldn't be there. Luai shouldn't be there. Pangai Jr. won't last 15 minutes. I don't know. I don't fucking know. Absolutely crazy. Anyway, we'll see what happens. No Campbell Graham. Apparently he's injured. Believe what you want to believe. I don't know if he's injured or not. But anyway, guys, I think Queensland have the better team. So we'll see what happens in Origin 1. But early call, I reckon Queensland will win game 1. But we'll see. Anyway, guys, that's going to wrap up my reaction to the Origin sides for game 1 of the 2023 Origin Series. Let me know your thoughts on both sides in the comment section below. Anyone hard done by, anyone you would have picked that wasn't selected, let me know in the comment section below. Anyway, guys, I will be live again tonight in a little while. I'm going to be doing the round 12 team of the week with Nathan B. Moore tonight at some point, probably in the next hour or so. But anyway, guys, until later on, I will see you guys in the next one. And come on, the Blues. We all bleed blue. We all bleed blue.